just have a quick question. Listen, Aaron, I think you said you first thought of Avatar in 1995. And I noticed, I don't know if it's just purely coincidental or not, but I wanted to ask that was the same year that you wrote and produced the film that Miss Bigelow directed called Strange Days, which just similar. I just, it's maybe reading too much into it, but I did notice that there is a device, which I'm forgetting the name of, in that film where you can experience the thoughts and feelings of somebody else, almost like an avatar, through their cerebral cortex. And squid, right. So I just wondered if that had anything to do with inspiring you to go on and do Avatar, because there's obviously there's something similar about those films.
Yeah, vicarious experience, I mean, actually, I think we did, you shot that in the summer of '94, as I recall.
Yeah, but you had the
but we weren't, like a couple of years earlier than that, yeah. No, look, I mean, I think there's, thematic consistency and the stuff that all of us are going to do in the ideas that appeal to us. And there was something very interesting about this idea of vicarious experience that I think appealed to both of us about that story. Avatar, in my mind, was actually kind of the opposite of that, in the sense that here was a guy who was putting himself into a biological body, and he was, well, actually, no, it's very similar in the sense that Lenny is being torn down by the process of too much squid, too much playback, and Jake is actually getting trashed by that. Yeah, so maybe I was reacting to the zeitgeist and everybody getting more into video games and more online and all that stuff. That's kind of what we were both reacting to with Strange Days.
We have time for one more question.
We have two. We just have two more people in line. Myself and another person. I'll be quick. Oh, okay, sorry.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I'm sorry, we're out of time.
This question is for you got your big break through the film festival circuit, like the Santa Barbara one, and now you come back after you made it and share your wisdom and bestow your knowledge on us, and that's great for us. But I was just wondering, what do you get out of it coming back and to the festivals like the Santa Barbara Film Festival?
Well, it's an interesting question, actually. I actually like going, I enjoy going to film festivals. One of the reasons I like going is I love movies. So I love going to, I'm at the festival, I show my movie, then I actually go and see other movies. I didn't do it this time because I'm only here for pretty much for today. But that's one of the things I like doing. But it's also really fun. I like a town when a film festival takes over. I like because it actually just makes you, more than any other time in your walking around daily life, it seems like film really matters. If you're at Sundance or any other places and everyone's fighting to see movies and they're trying to get in to see movies, movies might end up playing to cobwebs in the real world when they're actually released in theaters. People are lining up and scalping tickets and trying to get to see them. And then you bump into people, what did you think of this one? What did you think of that one? And then fierce arguments in fucking ice cream parlors. And it's like the shit matters. It's important. And it's exciting, and then also, so I love that environment, and you have the critics there, and then they're arguing about this and that, and tastemakers are being made, but also all these filmmakers there, and it's just wonderful. It's like film camp, kind of film, all right? The circus has come into town and taken over, and I love it.
I grew up in the 60s and 70s in Los Angeles and had the great experience of second-run theaters where you could actually not only see first-run theaters, but see old movies and foreign movies, and I was so fortunate to have that kind of background in history. It really helped shape my life. And I really miss second-run movies, and it's so fabulous to have DVDs and the internet age. It's wonderful to have things like be able to rent over Netflix and on Apple TV, and I'm just curious from a to talk to you all a little bit. I don't even know who to ask on the panel. about the new forms of distribution and your attitudes about that, and is it making you more money? Are you open to these ideas as a person who loves film? For me, it's opening up a whole new world of being able to see a lot of things that I couldn't otherwise see.
Can I address that first? One of the things that's interesting is that you're talking about the way the second-run theaters are. In Los Angeles, I own the only full-on operating revival house still left in Los Angeles. Double features every night, always 35mm prints. I'll never show a digital thing there, or I'll burn the fucking place down. What? Oh, it's on Beverly and La Brea. But the thing is, one of the things I think, there still are they're usually $6 now, but there's still what we used to call the $5 theaters. And one of the things about the $5 theaters that's really cool, it's one of the things that, okay, you know what, this ain't no bullshit. This is what time it is. You're always getting the movies, when the $5 theaters get them, you get the movies like on their way out of town. It's like the last stop before pay-per-view. And what happens is, there's a ton of product there, so there's always stuff like leaving town. But the thing is, when your movie plays at the Fairfax, or plays at the Vine, or plays at whatever the $5 theater is, there's a lot of shit to play. If it plays 1 week, it plays 2 weeks, if it plays 3 weeks, it plays 4 weeks, you know your shit is packing them in. Because when they've got something and they keep it, that means it's actually putting asses in seats. And you can, at the end of the day, forget about the box office, forget about the zeitgeist or any of that shit. When Pulp Fiction played at the Vine for 9 fucking weeks, beat only by Showgirls, you knew. Please.
Well, folks, I think we've all learned today that the filmmakers are as expressive and idiosyncratic as their work. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you all. And thank